Hello everyone and welcome back to a Gran Turismo time trial video where we're at Le Mans in that lovely car right there. It's the Mclaren F1 GTR race car. We're on racing medium tires. I've put this at easy to be honest with you. All you need is a little bit of patience. Yeah, sorry, I won't sing. And the gold estimate, I've put around a 3:42. There is so much time there at the moment. Even on the rank 1 time, I do expect that to significantly come down and even get into the 35s. So that 42 is where I'm putting the estimate. Now, if you do enjoy this video, as always, do give it a like and do subscribe to the channel to stay in touch with all the latest content. But without further ado, let's get into this lap at Le Mans and let me tell you some tips and tricks which should help you get gold. Head towards turn number 1, then nice and easy here. We're just going to head towards the left and then over towards the right-hand side as we prepare for the chicane. Now, you're looking for that first total sign on the right-hand side. Really good brake marker this. Essentially, as the curb goes straight, that's when you're going to want to hit the brakes. Now, I always go down to first gear for this one. You can do it in second gear, just be careful. And we are going to change gear mid-corner. You can see where that brake marker is on chase cam. So first gear here. I then go through the right here, up to third gear and accelerate out. Now, you want to do it in third gear. If you do it in second, you'll get wheel spin. The third gear on exit is very beneficial. And if you're on the curb, just be careful about accelerating 100%. It's better to just lift off slightly through the curb to have a more settled car. Now, on the right side here, that lamppost there, your brake marker for this left-hander. I'm in fourth gear, stay in fourth gear coming towards this corner. And then what you're going to do is drop to third gear in this corner. Now, you do let the car roll a little bit here until you get round. It does understeer a little bit, but then get on the throttle and accelerate through the corner as we head towards Tetra Rouge. Now, as we do this, on the right side there, the tarmac starts to open up for Tetra Rouge. That is your brake marker for this right-hander. I dab the brakes and chuck it in. Now, sometimes you will nail this corner beyond imagination. Sometimes you'll just get it slightly wrong. This one, I can't remember exactly what I do, but as I go into here, I'm going to try and accelerate as quick as possible, and you need to make sure you stay on the curb. Notice there, I've just stopped it here. Yellow and blue curbing is track limits, but you need to get back on the circuit before it ends, because if it ends and you're still on this part of the circuit, it will invalidate your lap. I've had a few laps like that. What I'm going to do now is just fast forward a little bit here as we head towards the first chicane, because there's no point watching me go down a straight. Very easy to do that. And we're going to head towards the 100 board. Now, the 100 board on the right-hand side here is your brake marker. You're going to brake just before you get to it, okay? Just before you can see, I've just gone on the brakes right about now, and I'm going to drop all the way down to second gear, okay? I really want to use the engine braking in this car to slow it down that little bit. It'll also help with a little bit of rotation. Use all of the inside on the right, and as I go left, I go to third gear. Now, be careful on exit, okay? Don't run too wide too early. If you run too wide too early, if there's no curb there, it will invalidate your lap. As long as the curb is there or you're very close to it, it should be fine. I'm going to head down towards the next chicane then, and on the right side, once again, we're using the 100 board. I've just hit the brakes right now, just before it here, and what we're going to do is the exact same as the previous chicane. So down to second gear, we're going to go towards the left-hand side, use all of the inside, and again, don't go too wide, too early on the exit. So that's what I'm going to try and do here. So all the way over to the left, and all the way over to the right. Be careful of the curb there. I wait until I get straight, and then accelerate through. You go too wide, too early, you'll invalidate your lap. You need to aim for the curb, and when you get to the curb, you can then go 2 wheels over it. Head down to Mulsanne corner then, and on the right side there you got the curb. I've highlighted the start of the curb because as you get used to this braking, you're going to want to use that first of all. What I'm going to do is absolutely yeet it into the Mulsanne corner because I'm trying to get on the leaderboard, and I did with this lap. And you see where it indents into the circuit the most, that's where I'm going to brake. Brake in a straight line, I drop to first gear, then short shift to second to avoid any issues on exit. Once you touch a curb, the rear wheels will spin. So that's what you got to be careful of here. The curbs unsettle the rear wheels, force oversteer, power oversteer, and obviously then you go spearing off into a barrier. As we head towards Indianapolis, we're going to accelerate all the way through Indianapolis, and literally the end of the curb here on the right side is your brake marker. Instantly start braking as that leaves the edge of your screen. But do be careful here. If you cut too much on the inside there, you can invalidate your lap. Similar place to all the other corners really in terms of the curb is your benchmark, but if there's no curb there, it will invalidate your lap. Third gear on exit here creates really nice stability in the car. And on the right side, we've got Gantt signs there. So the second to last one, or the middle one, because there's actually 3 here, and we're looking at the middle one, is your brake marker. Hit the brakes now, just before it hits the edge of your screen. That is your brake marker. You can see where it is here in terms of the chase camera there. Now, you can drop to first gear here if you want to. You can stay in second gear. On exit, boot it as quick as you can. You may suffer some power oversteer. Lift off a little bit if you do, and then start accelerating again. The tyres should then grip, and you should be able to accelerate away. We head towards the Porsche curves then, and on the left-hand side, you have this dark green stuff. Really good brake marker here for the Porsche curves. I'm in 6th gear. I'm actually going to drop to 4th gear for this one. Usually you only drop 1 gear, but in this car, you're going to drop 2 gears. I'm going to try and maintain 130 miles an hour through this first part, okay? You can see there, I've dropped to 134. That's a pretty good take. Go through this left-hander. I've gone to 5th gear there. Avoid hitting the wall there. I lift a little bit for this left-hander. And what we're looking for here is the grass going to the tarmac on the left-hand side. Big marker this. This isn't a brake marker, although you can use it as a bit of a brake marker and dab the brakes, but you want to drop a gear here at least. So instantly drop a gear to 4th gear. You may want to trail brake a little bit. I did talk about that. It depends if you can settle a car nicely. You notice I'm trying to scrub off a bit of speed. Try and stay above 120 if you can. And then that RMC sign there, as the white line goes straight, is your turn-in marker. Okay, you need to start turning in. I've lifted off here as well because I want to keep the car settled for this left-hander. Very easy to get it wrong very quickly here by trying to be too aggressive too soon. So literally just lift off, turn in, let the car clip the curb and accelerate through. Avoid going too far off. Again, that limit's a big issue here at Le Mans. We're going to head towards the last corner then, and what we're going to be looking for on the right side. Okay, we're actually going to use that lamppost right there, okay? It's literally just before the pit exit, which you can see in front of you as well. Pit entry, sorry. And we're going to hit the brakes. Now, I go to 3rd gear, and I actually do this on this lap really slowly, okay? Or slowly for me anyway. This was on for a rank 1 time at this moment in time. But I take it really safe. So I go through here in 3rd gear. I'm going to drop to 2nd gear. And I'm not really doing much through this corner. And I highly advise you do this as well. Just let the car roll. Now, I'm going to brake, and I need to turn in before that curb hits the edge of my screen. So I'm going to start turning right now. You can see the red dot there on the screen down at the bottom. I started to turn in. You need to turn in early. Now, this curb can chuck the car off, so you do have to be careful. It nearly did it there. I exit in 3rd gear, which is much slower, but it's much safer. I head towards the line, and I get a 3:37.2. What we're going to do now is go on the pad lap. So I've done it on a pad as well. Very quick lap, this one, in terms of what I did. So there's plenty of time in this lap. First total sign on the right side, we hit the brakes. Same thing here. We go into the left. We're going to short shift to 3rd gear on the right and accelerate through the corner. You can use all of that exit. Just make sure your tyres stay on the curb. Heading down here then, we're looking for that lamppost on the right side. There it is. Hit the brakes, drop to 3rd gear. Let the car roll a little bit, clip the curb, accelerate through the corner. Over towards the right side. Hopefully you don't understeer off here. And we're looking for the grass and in the tarmac beginning on the right. We dab the brakes, we took it in. We then accelerate through, keeping on the curb and then coming off it right before it ends there to avoid any track limit issues. In down here then, remember we're looking for the 100 board on the right side. Where is it? There it is. Hard on the brakes and use all of the inside on the right there and then come towards the left. I don't actually cut as much here on the pad lap. I just get it slightly wrong. You saw a bit of oversteer there. I'm trying to avoid going too wide too early because that would have invalidated the lap, which is why it was a bit slower. 100 board again on the right side. There it is. Hard on the brakes. Same sort of thing. All of the left. Get over towards the right side. Use all of the inside if we can. Be careful on exit. But that's a bit too much power oversteer, Tidge. But I managed to catch it on the pad because it's easier to catch on a pad. But I significantly lost a lot of time. But this lap is still a gold lap and would be gold by the end of the session, in my opinion. As the curb indents there at Mulsanne corner, drop to 1st gear, up to 2nd as a short shift. We get straight and then we start accelerating. Make sure you get back on circuit before that curb ends, otherwise you will invalidate your lap again as we head towards Indianapolis here. So go through this corner on the right side, enter the curb there, hit the brakes, then we're going to drop down to 2nd gear, back up to 3rd gear on exit for that stability as we continue on through the corner. The middle Gantt sign, there's the first one. There it is, the middle one. We're going to slow the car down, doing it in just 2nd gear this time. On the other lap I showed you first. 2nd gear works here, bit of power oversteer on exit. I did say that will happen, but try and be aggressive there. Some good time to be made there as we head towards the Porsche curves. That dark grease for the left, we dropped to 4th gear. Try and keep it above 130. I did drop a tiny bit there. As we go into this left-hander, 5th gear then, and once again as we go into here, lift off, let the car roll. I've dropped gear a bit early there on the pad, and I have dropped a bit of speed here, but I'm trying to maintain above 120. In towards the left we go. Keep the car nice and stable. Avoid going too far over there because you do not want to invalidate your lap at the end of the lap, because it's pretty annoying when you've done 3 minutes. Okay, lamppost on the right side. There it is. Hard on the brakes. 3rd gear as we go into here. Drop to 2nd. Get over towards the right side. Turn before the end of the curb there as we go. Or start the curb, sorry, as we accelerate through here. That is going to be a lap on the pad. And that is a 3:40 lap. So quite significantly off my wheel lap. But that's just because it's my 2nd lap out. I'm on ABS week for those interested here. We're going to follow this on Chase Cam as well, just to give you an idea of track limits. So hard on the brakes of that total sign as we go to the left-hander. Look, my wheels remain on the curb entirely through here. Look how much of the curb I use there. It's still on just. but it helps. The curb can actually bring you back on as well. The curbs are very impactful on this car. The lamppost on the right side is your brake marker. Let the car roll a little bit, then accelerate through the corner, over towards the right hand side. Remember, the bollards, you touch them, invalidates your lap. Through Tetra Rouge we go. Look how much we cut here on the inside and on the outside. We're back on before it ends. And look at that, nice and easy as we fast forward. So yes, the bollards will invalidate your lap. So same at the first chicane here. We're looking at the 100 point on the right hand side. There are bollards on the inside here. You have to avoid them. If you touch them, invalidation. But there we go, not too wide, not too early, and that means we don't invalidate it. Now I'm actually 2 temps down on my best here at the moment on this particular lap, which is unbelievable, to be honest with you. It shows you how much time there is here in this lap as we look for the 100 board here. Slowing the car down, using all of the left, then all of the right here, being careful on the curb on the exit. Then we start to accelerate once we're off the curb, because if we accelerate while we're on the curb at 100%, guess what? We get power steer like you saw on the pad lap. And down to full start corner, then hard on the brakes. We're yeeting it quite hard into here then, as we don't touch the accelerator 100% until we're straight. Then we do, and off we go there. 203.3. You can get into 202s at that point if you're wondering, or one of the top aliens trying to get rank 1 into Indianapolis. We go then through the right end of the curb there, hard on the brakes. Then we drop the gears up to third very quickly before the exit to keep that stability, remain stable. Then the middle Gant sign on the right side there, hard on the brakes, clip the curb, accelerate, be aggressive on this one. You may suffer some power oversteer, control it, lift off a little bit, then go again. You'll be fine. The tyres will grip. In towards the Porsche curves we go. So we're in 4th gear now, trying to remain above 130 miles an hour. Going to shift to 5th gear for this left. You can lift a little bit. You can lift it again for this little bit here. But when the grass turns to tarmac there, 4th gear. And I'm just trying to slow the car down a little bit. Try and stay above 120 if you can. That RMC sign there on the right. Let it go through the left-hander there. And those little bumps actually on the inside of the corner, if you cut it too much, can unsettle the car. So it is better to take some of these curves a bit wider. Just an additional tip here to avoid stability issues. Same into it here then. So I use the bumps there. That causes a bit of an issue. This is a slow chicane, remember, as I go through the left and the right. We're going to beat it out here in 3rd gear. Bit slower, but a bit safer. Head towards the line. 337.2. You're going to see 335s this week, I'm sure, by some of the top guys doing time trial. So just keep an eye out. That's going to be it, though, for this time trial. Quite a fun time trial. Can get frustrating, though. I'd say I was on for rank 1 many times, actually, and I just didn't get the lap together. If you have enjoyed this, if you have enjoyed this, as always, give it a like. Do subscribe to the channel. Do appreciate the support me on this journey to 50,000 subscribers. GT Amiga, use my code TISHNEY for a discount, and I get a kickback. And also use the Fanatec link if you are buying Fanatec. Use that and it helps out the channel as well. A big thank you for watching last week's time trial there, and I hope to see you in another video or live stream again very, very, very soon.